What's up YouTube, Capital G here, checking out a brand new Odd Eyes Dragon that just got revealed for Yuya. This card is going to be released in the next Legendary Duelist for the TCG, which I believe again is in January. Anyways, this is Odd Eyes Wizard Dragon. As expected, it's a level 7 Dart Dragon monster. It's actually not a pendulum monster, which is kind of weird and bizarre to me. I think it probably should have been a pendulum, but whatever. Has 2,500 attack and 2,500 defense. Your first effect says if this card is in your hand, you contribute one dark monster, that is a cost, send one Odd Eyes Dragon from your hand, deck, or face up field to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon this card. Second effect, if this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Odd Eyes monster from your deck or graveyard except another copy of Wizard Dragon, so you can't summon the same dragon back from the graveyard. Then you can add one Spiral Flame Strike from your deck to your hand. Okay, I'll be blunt and I'll get straight to the point. This is not a good card. I want to even say this card is fucking terrible, to be honest. I think the devil is in the details when you look at Odd Eyes Wizard Dragon, and it's actually quite a shame because this feels like a missed opportunity or just kind of like squandered potential. Konami could have just adjusted this card ever so slightly and you would have had a significantly better card, a card that Odd Eyes players probably would have embraced. I mean, you look at the first effect, its special summoning condition is pretty scuffed in my opinion. A lot of people are going to be like, oh, come on, Cap, you just send an Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon to the graveyard and, you tribute a Dart monster. That's not that difficult. That's actually pretty tame, but actually that's incorrect. You guys have to understand, you cannot send Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon to the grave. You have to send the original OG, really shitty Odd Eyes Dragon to the graveyard, not Yuya's boss monster, not the cover card of Duelist Alliance, not the pendulum form, the regular effect monster, the one that no one runs, the one that is just pretty god awful by today's standards. Yeah, no one runs that card, so why would you basically make a new card that forces you to run the old card when we already know that the old card is terrible and the pendulum form is just like a billion times better? This card requires you to run the old version just to special summon it on the field. That's not even worth it in my opinion right out the gate. And when you look at the second effect, yeah, it has a nice ceiling and it seems all well and good. It basically floats into another Odd Eyes monster from your deck or your graveyard if your opponent kills this thing in any way. Also, you get a Spiral Flame Strike for your trouble, which can be kind of like another Rhoda, or you can decide to blow something up on your opponent's side of the field. Again, it seems nice, but the major problem is it's just slow and it's kind of unreliable because it has to rely on your opponent destroying this card. I don't understand why Konami locked it into your opponent having to destroy it. This means that it's automatically dead if you're going first, like turn 0, you can't even use it. And also, have they forgotten that there's a little field spell called Sky Iris in the Odd Eyes archetype that lets you blow up any of your cards? This would have been a great way of triggering this second effect, turn 0, and you would have been able to trigger Art Dragon at the same time. You would have been able to make so much advantage off of that single play. I have no idea why Konami did not make that an option. So when I look at this card and I look at the first effect, I'm like, well, it requires you to run a terrible card that no one's willing to run. Then when I look at the second effect, I'm like, well, why does my opponent have to destroy it if Odd Eyes has ways of destroying in their own archetype and they benefit off destroying their own cards? I really don't think that this card makes a lot of sense. I think whoever designed this, like maybe they weren't familiar with the rest of the Odd Eyes cards, but this card could have had way more synergy with its archetype if they just would have edited the card a little bit. And I don't even fucking play Odd Eyes, and even I realized this. So yeah, this is a squandered potential card in my opinion, but maybe you guys disagree. If so, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.